Hello everyone and welcome to season number 9 of beating Gran Turismo 2 with a single car where, the title says it itself. I go and try to beat Gran Turismo 2 start to finish with one single car. And you saw in the thumbnail the car I'm gonna bring this season, and well, what can I say? I am super excited to finally bring this car, because it's been I think 2 months since I was constantly trying to find a way to make this run doable with this car. And well, I finally found a way that still might make it doable, but chances are, well, let's say that I have quite a lot of hope. Hello, leg one. Welcome to the stream, and let's go immediately and look at the car. So it is a starter car, first and foremost. So you can buy it with the initial 10,000 credits, but you can find it starting from the first instance where you can find the car is on day 10, and there are actually two versions of it, and there you go. With 8,400 credits, the Civic VTi 93 will be the car for this season. Hi Leos, hi Kata, welcome to the stream. And here we are with this car. So yeah, basically this is the Shingo Run. We're gonna have some cool vibrations. Let's go and buy this car. With just 167 horsepower and 950 kilograms as stock. So yeah, by the way, this will be a pretty insane run, not gonna lie. What will help mostly will be the fact that this car is an FF car. No joke here. Since this car is an FF, it will help a lot, like a lot. In any case, by the way, no, wait, I don't want to go to the license. Why did I press license? I just wanted to check whether or not there is the special event for the Civic here in the Honda dealership, because I never check the dealerships, and there you go. There actually is the Civic race, which we're gonna do as first event of this run. Typically it is the Sunday Cup, but this time it will be the Civic race. And we start at Grindelwald, a track that I really like, by the way. That I really like. Unfortunately, like the first instance where you find the Civic VTi in the used dealership, I don't actually know if you can find it red, because if it was possible to find it red, like it would have been fantastic. I mean, that could have been the true Shingo Run, you know. But instead, we're gonna go with blue, and yeah. Well, actually, blue is my favorite color. Not this blue. I prefer a slightly darker blue than this one. But yeah. And so far seems like, well, I'm racing at Grindelwald, so it shouldn't be an issue. This is kind of purple. The color said blue, but I'm gonna check later. This is kind of purple. Yeah, it gets close to purple, actually. Yeah, it gets close, but if I remember correctly, the color should be blue. Yeah, it should be a blue. But again, I don't typically check the name of the color, so yeah. Opponents doesn't seem to be faster than me, I think. Let me check. Let's check here in the straight whether or not I should be worried about lap 2 or not. By the way, usual information about the run. I am playing on PAL version of the game, and plus, probably you already know this, but I don't have the minimap on the bottom left corner of the screen, as I don't... first, I don't like having the minimap. Second, I don't want to see where my opponents are through the minimap. Third, so it adds a bit of... so I add a bit of anxiety throughout the race to myself. Yeah. I mean, and therefore I have to constantly check behind me. And if I check behind me, I should also be a bit more careful to what I actually do. Alright, seems fine. And there you go. Should be a win. And indeed it is. Indeed it is a win. And we get the first win of this run against other Civics. Great. Since this car has 167 horsepower, actually, like, I think that it will be able to do almost the entirety of early game with no upgrades. Except probably the cheapest ones, so the usual triple plate clutch and triple plate clutch, the weight reduction probably, and the other one that I never remember, the racing flywheel. Well, most males can recognize 3 colors: cool, May, and nah, I'm straight. No, bro, trust me, it's not that. No, bro, trust me, it's not that. It's not. I chose pink for other reasons. Don't worry, I'm straight. Yeah, yeah, sure, bro. All right, but no, actually, let me check the. Let me check. By the way, you buy the car and it starts with 154 horsepower. Thanks game that doesn't give the right information whenever you buy the car. And no, it's Blue Pearl, by the way. Captivate Blue Pearl. What a color. All right. So let's go with the Sunday Cup. Let's go with the Sunday Cup, the easiest cup among the special events, unless well, the easiest ones, as well, opponents aren't that great. Technically, there should be the K-Car Cup, which is kinda easier. Nah, actually Sunday Cup is way more easy. The problem of the K-Cup is that you're heavily limited in the cars you can pick. I mean you don't have much choice, as second and third event, like you have you can pick a car. You can only pick cars that have less than more equal or less than 98 horsepower for second and third event. As for the first event, 147. Technically, I can do the first event. I have to check actually. Actually, I have to check whether I can do the first event of the K-Car Cup. And if I'm able, I'm gonna do it right after this one. I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna slightly wait for second and third event of the Sunday Cup, and go for the K-Car Cup. I would call it cool, but I'm not judging. Yeah, but again, like blue, like not this blue, but a slightly darker one is actually my favorite color. When I was little, actually my favorite one was purple. Yeah, I didn't go that far. I didn't shift that far in the colors, like from purple to blue. Not that far, I guess. But I remember, like, especially when, especially in Need for Speed Underground 2, like, I always remembered that what was one of the starter cars? The Peugeot 106 was one of the starter cars. I don't remember anymore, but it should be that one. Like, I was always picking that car, and always making that car black with some green decals. It was awesome. Like, every single time I was making that car more cool. Like, whenever I was looking at the final result, I would be like, hell yeah, this is fantastic. By the way, I made some a little note. This is a bit of a tangent. I made some slight changes to, like, the emulator graphics, so you probably see the game slightly different from the previous streams. It's just that I made some... Actually, I can do this? No, I can't. Wait, why? Because the car has 154, right? No, I can't. Okay, I can't. Alright. Time for second event of Sunday Cup. Alright. Alright, let's go. High speed link. How much power you can get with this pocket rocket? Let me remember, but it should be around 300 horsepower. It should be around 300 horsepower. So yeah, with just 300 horsepower in the late game, I'm gonna try to beat the game. And by the way, look, I see another Civic. Look at that one. This going, what do you think we will get in November? A-Spec or B-Spec 4 or 5? I don't know, honestly. But whatever we'll get. But I'm having trouble. But I was saying, whatever we'll get. Like, I guess the community will be super happy. Will be super happy. So it would be really hard, if not possible, to get first on some tracks in World Cup. When it comes to this challenge, typically, well, most of the time, the midfield race in the Gran Turismo World Championship is impossible to win. If not like if you get first, you're insane. Like, you're really insane. Like, I play this game for quite a lot of time. Maybe I'm not incredible when it comes to midfield, but like, if you manage to beat the Toyota GT1 at midfield, well, congratulations. Well, really, congratulations. There are some cars that I used that can actually beat even the GT1 at midfield, but you have to play very well, and actually do a really good gear setup. And well, I actually never managed, with all the cars that I used, I never managed to get a win at midfield. Although some cars that I used can do it, others are just straight up impossible. Others are really straight up impossible. Like the Miata run, it's impossible to win at midfield and everything. Actually, aside from midfield, the other track that I have to look forward and have a lot of fear about is Rome. In the GTWC, of course. In the GTWC. Just because, well, it's hard. It's hard. I'm actually faster in the corners, but the problem is the straight. Like, every track that has a pretty long straight section is problematic for the cars I bring for this challenge. With the exception of Apricot Hill. But the reason is that in Apricot Hill, the AI is stupid. Like, really stupid. By the way, do I see the PT Spider here? The hardest opponent of... typically the hardest opponent of the third event of the Sunday Cup. But we're racing at Red Rock Valley, so as long as I do the final sector perfectly, I shouldn't have any trouble. I shouldn't, but let's see. In Rome, all major straights are right after a sharp turn. Without acceleration, you're cooked. Actually, when it comes, okay, it depends. I'll tell you the reason. In both straights, you can block the opponents if you're in front of them. In case you're trying to get the overtake, of course they will go away. But for the straight near the end of the track, the turn right before, you can do if you're able, you can do it at 180 kilometers per hour. Which means that you're actually, for a brief moment, you're faster than your opponent. Which means that you may have a chance to get an overtake there and try to block as much as possible. Or at least get as close as possible for being close enough to do the yeet in the next turn, right after the straight. When it comes to the straight, when you start a new lap, that is problematic because, of course, they are definitely faster than you. Period. So you're gonna lose some terrain there. Again, if you're in front of them, it's actually I don't want to say easy to block. but you have to be careful. You have to be careful. But if done well, you can block really easily. And what's important is the way you enter in the turn in turn 3. Because in turn 3 and 4, which are the infamous turns of the Alfa Romeo license test at Rome, the one that I know that a lot of people, included me back then when I went for all golds here in Gran Turismo 2, had major issues. I had major issues in that license test with the Alfa Romeo at Rome. And by the way, Sunday Cup completed. And the most important thing in the GTWC is doing that turn really, really well. Entering at the right speed and exiting at 150 or more kilometers per hour. Because at that speed, again, you're way faster than your opponent and you gain some terrain. You gain some gap. Like, you recover some gap. That's the thing. S2000 got beat by a shitbox. I didn't see like who got second. I didn't know this actually, but yeah. Imagine an S2000 that loses. VTech kicked in. Oh, VTech best engine in the world. Best engine in the world. Period. By the way, a Lotus Elise here in the Clubman Cup. Dang, the game really wants to go hard right at the beginning. Well, luckily it's getting blocked by some Mini Coopers and a Fiat. Oh look, it's now second. Alright, I should be really careful about that Elise. Because, well, the Elise is one of the most lightweight cars in the game. And I used the Elise in a run, and I know what it can do, even when used by the AI. But I have an FF car, so as long as I do the turns the right way, should be fine. Orange MGs, FR or MR? The MG, it should be an FR. It should be. Actually, I'm gonna check. I actually clueless right now. I'm gonna check. Whoa! The Mini tried the yeet. Yo! Did you see the Mini trying the yeet? Typical AI behavior here at Rome Short. Typical behavior. By the way, let me stay here, cause I don't want to have trouble with this Elise trying something stupid, and I should have the win. Yep, there you go. Ooh, look at the Mini win, going for the yeet toward the Elise and getting second place. Oh god, what is wrong with the AI here at Rome Short? They're too aggressive, not gonna lie. They're too aggressive, really. They really are. Actually, no, really. I want to check about the MG. It should be the MG 1.3 something something. Yeah, well, there are two MGs, so there are two MGs in the entire game, so I shouldn't. Well, we're gonna check both. North City, Minion MG. There you go here. No, actually, there is only one MG, the MGF. Oh shit, it's an MR. Oh shit, it's an MR. Didn't know. Oh really? Didn't know. Seriously. It's an MR. Dang. Wow. The more you know. The more you know, I guess. Alright, let's go to the second event at Grindelwald. Oh, by the way, another thing about every run, I already have all the licenses, and I golded every single license test, so I have the prize cards that, in case I need, I have to sell, but just for buying the car for the run, since, well, this car is affordable with the initial 10,000 credits, I'm not gonna sell any car, so... Just so you know, the usual typical stuff that I always do at the start of a run, like in case I need extra money. I know it's against concept of 10,000 starter card challenge, but that MG, it would be nice in the future. No, actually, there is no limitation when it comes to a car. Again, I went for cars that cost way more than the initial 10,000 credits you have at the beginning of the game. And that is why I have a save file that has all license tests with all the prize cars you can get from the license tests. So I don't have any issue credit related. Plus I also did 2 runs with 2 prize cards. Those being the Lotus Europa and the Lancia Stratos. And yes, I did an endurance race before actually starting the challenge. I made a save file where I had to do an endurance race to get the car. Okay, you can get it by using the trade option, but I didn't use it. I just went for doing the endurance race offline, completing it, and getting the car. Yeah. Yeah. And having a bit of luck, because, you know, it's a 50-50 chance. It's a 50 chance to get it. So yeah, I don't have any limitation. Like, it can be a prize car, it can be a car that costs way more than 10,000 credits. No problem. Actually, the most expensive car I used in a run, I think it's actually the Tomicaira ZZS Coupe, which is the car in second place for least amount of horsepower needed for beating the game. With 279 horsepower. The thing that actually helped a lot is the weight of the car, because, well, it's one of the lightest cars in the game. Actually, it has the same weight of the Lotus Elise 190 after racing modification, and which is 597 kilograms, if I recall correctly. It should be something like that. And being that lightweight gives the car the ability to have enough acceleration and also enough max speed to actually be able to do to be fast enough to beat the GTWC. So yeah. I think that was the most expensive one, with an incredible 50,000 credits as price. 50,000 or 52,000, I don't remember, something like that. It's almost a go-kart with over 200 horsepower, exactly. Exactly. The cool stuff, though, of the Tomi Kyra is that I started loving that car a lot because when you drive it in this game, it feels like it's glued to the road. It really feels like it's glued to the road. Like it's as if you can do the do the corners. It's as if you're playing with the Red Bull X 2010. You know, it feels like that. Okay, you cannot do the turns at any speed at any speed. Okay, you cannot do them at 300 kilometers per hour, and maybe it's just a 150 kilometers per hour turn. Okay, but like it gives the impression that like a turn that you can do that you normally do at like 120 kilometers per hour, you can do it at 135. Without having the fear of maybe I'm gonna lose control and everything. No, like it's that, and for being an MR car, it's insane. It's really insane, if you ask me. By the way, it's time to beat Trevor, I guess. Look at the TVR right here. It really wants to win, the TVR. No, Cleo, give me the chance to do the turn the way I want to. Come on, don't stay on the inside. Everyone is faster than me, by the way. Everyone is way faster than me, but I have more skill than the AI. And actually, I'm gonna go for... I must go for the yeet. Right here. But let's see if... Yeah, I have to go for the yeet. Well, not the yeet, but sorta. There you go. Don't care if the Lancia Delta HF Integrale overtakes me. I don't care. There you go. Let me stay here on the right, as I don't want to have any problems for turn 1. That's it. It doesn't have issues like the Elise. Lotus needs good suspension settings to get rid of the snap oversteer. Actually, I managed to find a setup that makes the Elise insanely stable, and it's actually way it's actually simpler than one can think. And it's just I did it on stream, so you can check that out. But if I remember correctly, like all you have to do is just going for it's all about the dampers, and all you have to do is like placing the rear bound to 10, and the rest everything to 1. Should be like that. Well, plus the some little tweaks such as the spring rate, which I never remember the setup I went for. And by the way, I won. I completed the Clubman Cup. There you go. Yeah, I completed the Clubman Cup. It actually took me a lot of time to find out the Elise suspension setup, and it wasn't easy because like I was really struggling. I was really struggling at finding it, and I actually had to go a bit outside the box to find the setting to actually find a setting and make the car stable. And make the car really stable. And actually, the Lotus Elise is the car at position number 1 for least amount of horsepower, because yes, it has the same weight of the Tomicara ZZS Coupe, but it has less horsepower with a maximum amount of 263 horsepower. By the way, I'm gonna try the first event of the FF Challenge. Despite being a 295 horsepower event, the opponents are stupid because we're racing at Tahiti Road. I mean, it's a beginner level track. The AI isn't smart in this event in Tahiti Road, so I'm gonna go for it. If I lose, well, it will be Cubestar time, I guess. And look, there's another Civic. And I'm actually facing Shingo. Alright. There you go. Even though I am first, I feel like the opponents will catch me after this turn. I'm never that great at doing this turn, not gonna lie. And here they always catch me a bit. Luckily, the final turn they are pretty stupid, and I'm gonna use that opportunity to just go away. The AI actually tends to go pretty wide when it comes to the final turn, which allows me to, and well, it's not that much needed, so yeah, they automatically lose quite a lot of terrain. By the way, I saw the Civic in second place, so I guess this is the battle of VTECs, and it's not anymore in second place. Oh, come on. He probably that Civic driver doesn't know how to drive it, how to use a VTEC. I mean, he's getting beaten by a French car. Oh, there you go. He actually did the turn a bit okay, I guess. Hey, yo, the French car is catching me. Hey, yo, the French car is getting close. Nah, I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. Yep, there you go. There you go. Completed the first event. Completed the first event. I cannot go further than the first event, as the opponents are too strong for now. But I can go for other events. Alright, so, let's check other events. By the way, well, I have so many events that I can do, but I guess I'm gonna go for the first event of the 80s Sports Car Cup here at Trail Mountain. I guess I'm gonna go for that one. I mean, a 197 horsepower event. The major issue will be facing the Mazda RX-7 GT Turbo ED3, which there actually is. I think I saw it. I think I saw the GT Turbo ED3. Yep, in first place. Yep, in first place. Which it's the strongest opponent you can face in the 80 Sports Car Cup. It can appear in all 5 events, and actually, it's the best car you can use for a challenge like this. This red car in front of me. Citroen 6. No! It wasn't even a Citroen, the car in second place. I think it was a Peugeot 306, if I recall. First rule of the Bone Club, no horny! No horny! Bonk, 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 bonk. Issue, driving a lunchbox with front wheel drive. Well, actually, in the previous race at Tahiti Road, I noticed that, like, if I brake a lot, it will start becoming slightly unstable. Or at least it will start drifting a bit, the car. So I guess I should be careful in certain parts of some tracks. But well, at low speed, I don't think I will have any issue. But when it comes to mid game, I should be careful. I really should be. As well, I always run in mid game. I always run without still with the stock suspensions and the stock gearbox, which, well, when it comes to the suspensions, like, it can be problematic. It may help the fact that I'm gonna pick the super soft tires probably at the start of mid game, either late early game, near the end of early game, or right at the start of mid game. I'm gonna buy the super soft tire. Can the Cube beat the Apricot Hill Endurance? The Cube 98, the Cube X J98. Let me think. Can it reach more than 100 horsepower when fully tuned? Then yes. I mean, a midget Type 2 did it. That when fully tuned, it has 80 horsepower. It can do it. It can absolutely do it. Yeah, it can. It can. Please, game, don't stutter. Yeah, it can absolutely win. I guarantee you. I mean, a Subaru 360 did it. That a car that can have 142 horsepower, which that is incredible. And by the way, it managed to do it with a lap of advantage given to the opponents. And plus, well, the midget Type 2, I managed to win that endurance with that car, with the pizza delivery car. Insane. It's actually insane because, well, you need a bit of luck to win with the midget Type 2. But I mean, exploiting the AI is part of playing a game, right? Right. Right? Yeah. I mean. All right. I have to like make the most out of every AI flaw to win certain events. Like really? No, I'm not kidding. Or Seattle is impossible. No, wait, wait. With the cube? No, it depends to... It depends. It depends. Seattle, it depends. Like, I remember the Subaru 360 can't win Seattle. It cannot. So any car that has 140 horsepower can't win. And mind you, like, the Subaru 360 is one of the lightest cars in the entire game. It's one of the lightest cars, yeah, in the entire game. So if the Subaru 360 can't do it, it's hard to tell if the Cube can do it. Actually, let me check. Let me quickly check the amount of horsepower the Cube can have. Just quickly. Gran Turismo to the PAL car list. Because again, I am playing the PAL version of the game. Nothing changes between PAL NTSC or NTSC-U or NTSC-J regarding car stats. It's just that maybe the name of the car changed from version to version. That's just it. Cube. So it can have a maximum of 188 horsepower. It can be race modified. I don't think it can win Seattle. I don't think it can win Seattle. My honest opinion. I don't think it can. No, I don't think. Wait, well, I mean, let me think. It's an endurance race, so opponents are 2 to 3 seconds slower than normal. No, I don't think. Well, some tests are needed. Tests are needed to actually check. Tests are needed to check. Apricot Hill, 100%. Apricot Hill, 100% winnable with the Cube. Seattle, I don't know yet. Alright, so, let's check. No pure sports car cap, no. Sir, are you analyzing spreadsheets? Online, there is a site online where you can find the entire car list of Gran Turismo 2, and you can check every stat of every car. It is not precise. And what I mean by that is that you may find some cars that that site says tells you that it has X amount of horsepower, when in reality it has maybe like 3 or 4 horsepower more or less. And I actually use it to look for cars that can that may go for this challenge. And I said it on previous streams, and actually and previously I said that I found 20 cars that can do this challenge, and 8 of them I already did the run. This is the 9th one, but what I didn't tell yet, because I actually discovered it a few days ago, is that I found 3 more cars actually that can do this challenge, increasing the amount of number to 23 cars that which I'm gonna do a run of every single one of them. Well, 8 of them already done, and I'm gonna go for the rest. And actually among the three newly discovered cars, the Civic is one of those three. Which again, it was one of the cars that it is a car that I started testing many months ago, but I never found a setup to make it viable, or at least to like give me the confidence to bring it here or to bring it for this challenge. But a few days ago, I finally found it, and I'm here for it. I already showcased in the past, like, the way I test the cars. I actually made a stream where I made some tests with some cars. And what I actually do is that I pick a car that I think it might be able to win. I fully tune the car, and I go and test the car in Special Stage R5. The objective is getting a lap time, is doing tests and setting the car until I get a lap time that is around sub 119 or 119 low. I can accept 119 high, but it's kinda hard. It's kinda cars that hardly reach 119 high are might be okay, but if you manage to do a 119 low on Special Stage R5, the car is good to go. It's not easy to run with a car like that, but every car is special when it comes to the run, because maybe it manages to be good in certain tracks, but in other tracks it may have some trouble. I was on the verge of pressing the event at Rome, and this car is not at all ready. Because, you know, there's a cheater at Rome. And yeah. And again, the thing is that I tested the Civic. I tested multiple Civics, by the way. Even the ones that can reach a higher amount of horsepower. But interestingly enough, the Civic VTi 93, is actually the strongest among the Civics. I'm not joking. It is the strongest among the Civics. And I don't know. I honestly don't know the reason of. I am honestly clueless, because I look at the stats. I look at the stats of every Civic, and I go like, well, it's not. It can't be the strongest, but it is. And it's pretty alien to me. Not gonna lie. I have quite a bit of knowledge, but for certain stuff, I still have to learn. GT40 feels strong, man. Yeah, GT40, the infamous GT40. Which, by the way, there is actually there is a way. Actually, the cheater, you can, there is a way to beat it with just 100 horsepower, if I recall correctly, around 100 horsepower. And the solution is the Lotus Elan. the Lotus Elan 74, if I remember correctly. You have to, okay, so when it comes to Gran Turismo 2, you have to think about this. The most important thing is the weight. The most important thing is the weight. Yes, horsepower is important, but always remember that the weight plays an insane role in Gran Turismo 2. It makes you able... Like, the weight makes some cars able to be insanely fast. Like, insanely fast when you manage to set the suspensions and the gears properly, especially the gears. And allows super slow cars to be as fast as cars that have way more horsepower than you. And that is the reason, Atomic Era ZZS Coupe managed to beat cars that have 700 horsepower, the GT500 cars, and that is why it managed to beat the Gran Turismo World Championship with cars that still have 600/700 horsepower. And that is why a Lotus Elise managed to do it. That is why a Lotus Europa managed to do it. That is why a Lancia Stratos managed to do it. That is why all those cars that are super lightweight were able to win. Translation: I kept eating. When it's needed, it's needed. When it's needed, it's needed. Don't have to convince me. Spoon Civic with Act, the 7-gear gearbox can win the GT500. Spoon Civic. Let me check the stats of the Spoon Civic. While I do this straight, which is, well, it's a straight, and we're still slow. No, actually I have to turn now. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check it later. The problem of the Spoon Civic is that it cannot have the race modification, the racing modification, so you cannot change the downforce, which is always a down. Well, it's something that it's super useful. Civic. Later I'm gonna continue checking. Ouch, wasn't looking at the screen for a second. Civic, it should be the last one. No, it's not. It's not the last one. Oh, there you go. Spoon Civic Type R. It can reach a total of 250 horsepower. 250 horsepower, but has 754 kilograms after weight. Stage 3 weight reduction. Yeah, I think with the proper gear setup, no, don't tell me I lost. Don't tell me I lost. Don't tell me I lost to a French car. No, I don't lose to a French car. I don't lose to a French car. Go away. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, I managed to win. Managed to win. There you go. Which, by the way, the Spoon Civic, if I remember correctly, the Spoon Civic, alongside the alongside the Spoon Integra, if I remember correctly, are the strongest cars you can face in the NA Cup. Yeah, in the naturally aspirated car. Now that I remember those two are the strongest cars you can face there, and they are insanely fast compared to the other cars you can face. Now that I remember losing to the Integra in a run. I don't remember in which run, but I remember losing to it. Probably maybe in the Peugeot 206 run. Probably there. Probably. Almost lost to a bigger shitbox. Again, I don't want to lose to a French car. Ouch. Alright, I see the Micra is... the understeer. I can feel the understeer. I can feel the understeer of this car. No. 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 Okay. Now... Here comes the most important part of this entire race, which is staying on the inside, staying here, staying as much as possible on the inside, don't get overtaken, and there you go, it should be a win. As long I play well in the in an okay way, I should be able to win. I'm gonna look behind me from time to time because I have fear. I have fear of opponents possibly making something stupid. I mean, I'm still facing against an AI that in the early game especially feels like they're Forza players. Like, you know, Forza players, like, always yeeting and anti-boning, yeah, and playing pretty dirty. But yep, there you go, got the win. With 7 gears, you can stay in optimal RPMs all the time, so it can exit sharp corners with insane speed, 40 horsepower. I see. I never used the... Well, actually, I only used... I never used the Spoon Civic, but, well, for testing, I used the other Civics. And what I can say is that with the right suspension setup, you can do pretty insane turns. And that is the... And it can because it's an FF car. And it's lightweight. It's really, really lightweight. That's the only reason it can. And, well, winning the GT500 with that Spoon Civic, again, the only problem is that it lacks the racing modification. It just lacks that. If it had the racing modification, would have been incredible. But if it can already do it without the racing modification, imagine with one. I don't see... By the way, I started this event, which is one that I always have fear. I always have fear about this event, but I don't see the biggest threat of this event. No, actually, it's the Micra. No, actually, it's the Micra. Ow. There is something strange with the Spoon Civic. It has absolutely small turning radius with full throttle. Okay. Huh. Probably, okay, okay, I need to check, I need to actually check, maybe it's because it's about the graph. Well, I have to check the graph of the Spoon Civic. I almost got Shingo'd, by the way. I almost got Shingo'd. Look at how easily this car can turn. Don't tell me to... Of course it did that. Of course it did that. I played so many times this event, and I'm still a noob when it comes to the fact that the AI yeets in that turn. But I can do this. Okay. Now I just have to keep everyone behind me, which I hope it's not a problem. There you go. Should be a win. And indeed it is. And indeed it is. Bam. Completed the compact car cap. Completed the compact car cap. It's the third event is never an easy one when it comes to playing with a stock car. It's never easy. It's never easy, but look at that. I already have 70,000 credits. Wow. It's a lot. Well, it's a lot. I mean, with this amount of credits, I can already buy all the upgrades I need for the mid-game, actually. But I'm gonna do everything little by little. Luxury 4-door cup, let me check. No, I can't. And I guess I can't do anything anymore. I don't think I can. I could try the second event here. No, I can't do this event. I cannot do this one. And the reason is that I can't find the Lotus Elise, which is too strong for me. The first lineup. Okay. It's time for I guess it's time for starting the Gran Turismo League and do the first events of the nationals, starting with the usual one, the Japanese nationals. The first event of the Japanese nationals against pretty slow cars. I mean, I'm facing a bit. Like, I'm facing a bit. No, wait, no, it's not actually a bit. Sorry, no, it's not a bit. I thought it was. Oh, wait, I thought it was a bit. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I guess I'm gonna face a Micra again, but it's not great. They suck. I honestly, like, okay that I'm doing the early game as of now, and I should thinking about that, but like, I really have a lot of anxiety for the late game, not gonna lie, with this car. Cause you know, this is kind of an insane run. This will be kind of an insane run, not gonna lie. It will be at the same level of the Peugeot 206, I think. I think it will be at the same level. And with the 206, I had quite a lot of problems. Like, really. But alas, I managed to win. Even with the 206. Again, it wasn't easy, but the problem was mainly making that car able to turn a lot. The downside is that I managed to, but the downside was in the endurance races where the tire consumption was so high that I almost lost for the first time an endurance race with the 206. Damn it! But I managed to win. I managed to win, but like my heart was racing a lot. All right, there you go. First event completed. I may even think about going for the second event, honestly, of the Nationals. I think the Civic will be fine. I think it will be fine. I still have to remember the maximum amount of horsepower allowed for the second event. It should be somewhere between probably it's 240 something. Somewhere, something like that. Don't remember. 295 horsepower event maximum. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. I should be able. I should be able. As long as I do. Nah, yeah, I should. Let me check the opponent. Oh, no, the Tomikaira. I'm facing the Tomikaira. I forgot I can face the Tomikaira here. The strongest opponent you can find in this event. The Tomikaira ZZS Coupe. There you go. It starts in fifth place, so that will help for a bit. But on lap 2, I should have a lot of fear. In the meantime, a Civic and an Altezza are having a fight over first place, but I see that the Altezza just wants to go away, and I will not allow that. Stay behind me, Altezza. Ha! It lost its place. Alright, I see the Silvia blocking the Tomikaira. Perfect. The more they block the Tomikaira, the better. Whenever you face opponents, always remember that the lightest car is almost always the most threatening one when it comes to early mid game. Let me block. Need to block the Altezza. And I should be fine. No, I'm getting hamburgered. No, don't hamburger me. No, don't. Hello, Altezza. Can you give me some extra speed, please? Pretty please. The Tomikaira bonked. Well, got bonked by the wall. And, yep. It should be fine. The airpin, as long as I do it correctly, it's over. The race is over. And I did it. There you go. Again, it should be over. Not that it is yet. Let me go for the usual blocking strategy. Unless the Silvia is getting close. The Silvia is getting close. No, it goes for left. Tomikaira gets even closer. Did it. Did it. Okay. You saw how fast the Tomikaira was going. That's what I was saying about the lightest cars being against you. It's because they go super fast compared to the other cars you face. Fantike got squished. Tomikaira got squished, yeah. Yeah, but it was able to recover. It was able to recover and fast. Third event, it's not possible yet. You saw how much I was kind of struggling, so we're gonna move on the other nationals, starting with the French one. The French one is actually a pretty interesting one, and the reason is that the second event isn't. One may think it's easy because you're racing at Tahiti Road, but the problem is that you can face the Venturi Atlantic 300, and that car, like, okay, it's affected by the Tahiti Road AI, but it can go fast. It can go really fast. And by the way, a little fact: if it wasn't for the fact that the Venturi Atlantic 300 has a stock amount of horsepower of 202, if it had 197 or less, that car could have become the best car for this challenge. It could have become the best, as when fully tuned, it can reach an amount of horsepower that is 600 something horsepower. It cannot have the racing modification, so that plays a huge role. But having 600 horsepower can compensate a lot. It compensates a lot. Close to 700, yeah. Exactly. Like, it has so much horsepower. The issue is that it has a stock amount of 202. And for a challenge like this, you need a car that, if you wanna go for every event, of the Gran Turismo League, it needs to have 197 or less. So, yeah, it can't do the first events of the Nationals. And therefore, it's excluded. It's excluded from this challenge, which is a bummer. Again, I mean, I mean, being able to increase the amount of horsepower by that much, I mean, from 200 to 600 slash 700, I don't remember the exact amount. I'm gonna check right now. Atlantic 300, it can reach a total of a maximum amount of 628 horsepower. 628. And it starts with a stock amount of 210. Like, cars that can increase by 400 horsepower aren't many. But it has close to 700, but it has 5 gears combined with stage 4 turbo. No power to all the power on every gear. Alright, so, wait, let me see. 1100 kilos, 628 horsepower. It may have issues on the first gear. Which the reverse gear trick may help in getting rid of the first gear issue, and it can give the car a lot of acceleration on low gears. But it depends. Well, every time I think about a car and what you can possibly do with it, I always think about it by not having tested the car, so I don't know what's the car's behavior. I can have a guess about its behavior, but every car needs to be tested. When it comes to cars that have more than 1,000 kilos, most of the time they may have issues on the first gear, on the starting gears, especially first and second gear, which the gear trick that I typically use, which is the reverse gear trick, gets rid of all those issues and allows the car to have an insane acceleration even at low gears, which is also the reason why reverse gear trick, it's a sort of gear trick that I found and allows the cars to have way more acceleration than the gear trick. But this applies only to low horsepower cars or heavyweight cars. It is mainly used when you have a car that, you know, when you do a start, wait. You know, when you do a start where you have the first gear that takes a while to actually start, this gear trick helps in making that time way shorter and allows you to have a better start without compromising the speed of the car in any way. I actually use this technique, this gear technique, throughout every single run I did. Because again, it allows the car to have way more acceleration. And since I use all cars that are slow by default, it is way more useful. The way you do it, by the way, French National is completed. The way you do it is that, okay, so if you know about the gear trick and the way on how to enable it, which I'm gonna say again. I'm gonna say just so in case you don't know. You go for a final of 5,500 or the maximum possible, or the highest amount possible. Then you go for the auto setup 1. you never touch anymore the auto setup, and you change the final value accordingly to what you want. If you want a car that has an insane top speed, you go for a high number of in the final. If you want a short, a lot of acceleration, but not much top speed, you go for a short value. No, it's the opposite. Sorry, it's the opposite. High value acceleration, but top speed dies. Sorry. Low values. A lot of top speed, but acceleration dies. But the reverse gear trick, the way to enable it is different, because you don't lock. So in the gear trick, you lock the auto setup, right? You lock that setup, the auto setup value to 1. In the reverse gear trick, what you do is locking, quote unquote, the final value to 2500, which typically it's the minimum amount the final value can have. And you move the auto setup value accordingly to what you want. Low values, a lot of acceleration. Top speed, not a lot of top speed. High values, a lot of max speed slash top speed, whatever. But acceleration, while still being good, it's worse. That's just and again, it is way more useful, the reverse gear trick over the gear trick. I call it and by the way, I call it reverse gear trick simply. I called it reverse gear trick simply because you basically, in order to enable it, you do the reverse of what you do in the gear trick. But weirdly enough, there is a fun fact that you can do with that sort of trick, and I discovered it in Epic Turismo 2. You know, that mod that has a lot of epic cars, such as the Among Us cars and other stuff. There is a car that is the Nissan. I never remember the name. There is a Nissan that Epic Turismo 2 that the Epic Turismo 2 mod added, and you can basically modify the gears like however you prefer. All right, and there is a way that if you apply the reverse gear trick the right way, you can make the first gear at negative value, and apparently the game and it's weird, but whenever you have a negative value on the first gear, the reverse gear, instead of making you go backwards, it makes you go forward. I'm not kidding here. I am not kidding here. Like when I discovered that, it was absurd. Yes, and by the way, this fact only applies for the first gear being at negative value. If you can actually enable the other gears to have negative values, although it's a bit harder. But the reverse gear is affected by the first gear for some reason. That I don't know, since I am no programmer, I cannot work. I cannot see in detail the code, and even if I'm able, I can't. I don't know what, like, I can't tell. I can't tell what happens code-wise. I am just a person that goes like, hey, let's try this. Oh, this happens. Yeah, I'm just those guys that like goes brute forcing for having those funny moments, doing stupid stuff, doing stupid things for stupid stuff, for having just a little bit of fun. By the way, losing to a Fiat, man. Losing to a Fiat is... did it work in GT3? I don't know if it works. I don't know if it works in GT3. I never played with a modded version of GT3 where you can mod the gears and stuff, so I can't tell. No, I really... going back to the main argument, like the discovery of the reverse gear trick that I currently use was like the floodgates opened. The floodgates opened when I discovered that. The floodgates truly opened. Because again, I can make slow cars way more faster than the gear trick can provide, especially on low gears, especially in the first gear, especially at the start. Like the best example I can bring is that if you pick the Fiat 500R, a fully tuned Fiat 500R, and you go for the 1000-meter test, all right? If you try to figure out the best reverse gear trick setup and the best gear trick setup, when you compare them, like the difference in time you get is 1 second. The reverse gear trick is a second faster than the gear trick with the 500R. And again, the reason is just because of the first gear. Because the first gear takes a shitload amount of time to actually start. The reverse gear trick shortens that time by a lot and allows you to be that second faster than the gear trick. Again, it is useful when it comes to heavyweight cars and cars that do not have a lot of horsepower. If you have a car that has a lot of horsepower and it doesn't weigh much and it's pretty much a lightweight car, then the gear trick is actually better. Because you don't need that much acceleration. Actually, having that much acceleration makes the car slower in the start. I mainly did tests in the 1000-meter test to compare both tricks, and this is why I can tell you which one is better in which occasion. And well, in this run, maybe I'll not be able today as probably I'll not be able today at showcasing the reverse gear trick. Or maybe when I'm gonna end the stream, maybe I'm gonna spend a few minutes to just showcase it pretty quickly. Although, man, I don't have a car. I don't actually have a car that can help. Well, I'm just gonna show the. I'm just gonna show how to do it. We'll see later. We'll see later. In the meantime, there's the US Nationals that need to be completed. And it seems like that this first event, it's super easy. I mean, the opponents aren't managing to stay close to me. So, yeah. Time for the second lap. Alright, as long as I stay in the lead, until reaching the cork, it should be over. Yeah, it is over, definitely. Ouch. Well, I made a pretty big jump there. There you go. Over. First event completed. Yeah, first event completed. Let's immediately move forward to the second event. As for the third event, I don't think I'll be able to. Again, for the usual reason that the opponents are give me a sec, everyone. All right, next. And let's start with the second event. All right, let's start immediately. It will be a bit hard. I don't remember actually who is the strongest opponent here in the second event of the US Nationals. I don't actually remember. There is the PT Spider, I guess. Yeah, I guess there's the PT Spider. Oh no, yeah, actually it is the PT Spider. Oh dear. It is actually the PT Spider. And it starts in first place, so... Hardest difficulty, actually. Hardest difficulty for this event. Ouch. Ouch. Look at the neon. Look at the neon. It Shingo'd me. I'm you. Here I'm trying to be as clean as possible in racing, and he goes for bumping onto my rear bumper. Well, not that I did a clean overtake a short bit ago, but who cares? Who cares? I can do it. Yeah, I know. Ouch. Go away, PT Spider. Go away. No, 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 no. I don't want to touch the grass. I don't want to touch the grass. Ah, the PT Spider. The freaking PT Spider. If I manage to stay as close as possible to the PT Spider, which will not be the case, I could have actually tried the overtake on turn 1. He horny got a bonk. AKA Diet Cubester. Yeah, PT Spider. The freaking PT Spider. Everyone is overtaking me! Stop! Stop! Everyone is trying to block me. I need to reach the PT Spider. I can't yeet here. No, I can't. I can go for nice turn, I guess. Alright, so in the cork, I should go for the inside on the turn right after the cork. If I manage to do that, it should be guaranteed win for me. Should be. No, I lost. No, no. Unless I hit, but I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about it. Ah, fuck it, I hit. Fuck it, I hit. There you go. Cleanest driver in the West. Alright, I gotta win. Didn't see anything. No, 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 no. You didn't see anything. No, 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 no. I did the race clean. I didn't T-bone anyone. I didn't send anyone to the hospital. No, 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 absolutely no. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Cubester driver. Yeah. Ass driver. What an ass driver I am. Well, I unfortunately can't do anything like that in GT4. Like in GT3, I can still do that, and actually works even better. But in GT4, dang, the game punishes me for trying that. By the way, first event of the British Nationals, and I think it will be the only national event that I'm gonna try. The only British national event that I'm gonna try, as the second event is a 300 something event, and the car is not ready. The car is just not ready. I guess it will be ready only after the weight reductions and the racing flywheel and the triple plate clutch. I don't know if I'm gonna go for the super soft tires yet. I don't think I'm gonna go for that yet. Maybe later. Maybe later. Maybe not later moment. Everyone, give me a sec, cause someone's knocking at my door. Give me a moment. I'll be here in a short bit. Alright, everyone, I'm back. I'm back. It was my sister asking me that just wanted to ask me one thing. FBI, open up! No! Oh no! No, it's not the FBI. Don't worry. It's not the FBI. Clutch and flywheel are so underrated. Clutch and flywheel, like, they increase the acceleration. And they actually help quite a lot. Not gonna lie, they help quite a lot. The clutch and the clutch and flywheel, but like the clutch, flywheel, and carbon propeller shaft. Whenever you can buy it, like they are really they help a lot. When combined with the weight stage reductions, they can make the car pretty good. Like they allow the car to have way more acceleration, of course, allowing you to be way faster. Acceleration, throttle response in corners, and changing gears. Yeah. Well, for the changing gears, I honestly never found like a sort of improvement, but it's just that I don't look at how fast the gears change. I just don't look at that. I don't notice it. So for that one I can't tell. For that one I can't tell. But when it comes to acceleration, then you can like it is noticeable, the acceleration. It is really noticeable. Response in corners. For the response in corners, honestly, even that I never found like a big change. Never found like a big change. But again, maybe it's just because I run with low cars and the difference isn't big. Isn't too big to notice. See what I mean? When 5 horsepower, gearing speed makes huge difference. Okay. Well, I always tend to go for well, I never go with cars that have a lot of horsepower, so maybe that's the reason. All right, let's go for the German Nationals. For this one, I'm gonna go with for both the first and second event. Then I'm gonna go and give the car the first improvements. And by the way, just like every run I did, I will try to not improve the horsepower as much as possible. Like if I have to increase the horsepower, that means that before the mid game, that means that I'm desperate. And the car absolutely needs it. Which probably this car will need in the mid game, especially. In the mid game, it will need a slight increase of horsepower. But for the early game, I think that it might need it for the final event of the German Nationals, and just that. Hi Angelo, welcome to the stream. About the school. Be careful to not get caught by your prof. I remember like back in the day at school, like looking at the phone once in a while. While hiding it from the side of the prof, because maybe one had to farm on Clash of Clans. Wait, or in Clash Royale. Man, the times. I actually never played Clash of Clans. I played Clash Royale though. With any cars, you can tell flywheel makes difference with cornering. Alright. I mean, again, I never noticed the difference, but I never noticed the difference because what I tend to look at is just oh, I get these upgrades. I am faster now. That's good. Like I'm pretty simple. I'm pretty simple in stuff like this. I mean, I go like, ooh, upgrade makes me go faster. Buy. Yeah, I go fast. That's it. Okay. I have my new profile picture for Halloween. It's my me. Ah, wait, grass. It's my me has dark clone. Oh, I see. It's specific. It's made for specifically for Halloween. That's cool. That's cool. You know, I never did themed stuff when it comes to profile pictures. I think that it's a pretty cool thing to do. Themed PFPs. I never did it once, and well, it never crosses my mind to actually try it. So I'm ready for Halloween. Let's trick or treat. Trick or treat. Knock at the door, ring the bell. Trick or treat, and yeah, and then candies. Hey. Mow the grass, you're driving a lawnmower after all. No, come on. Oh no. I don't like touching grass. At least here in GT2, I don't like touching the grass. It's the only thing that slows a car. The freaking grass. By the way, do I see a Mercedes-Benz SLK 230 compressor? That one in first place, that is going super fast. Also a Vauxhall Astra. Oh yeah, it's German. Nah, wait. Ah yeah, it's German. Well, it's an Opel. It's an Opel after all. For a second I was forgetting. For a second I was forgetting that it's an Opel. I will do my me female version. Nice to hear. And of course, I forget that the AI goes for the inside in that turn, preventing me from doing it well whenever I run with slow. Oh, thank. Hey, no! What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hey, yo! What? Are you kidding me? Is this karma? Is this karma? I guess so. I guess so. Like, what? Fine. Ouch. Hey yo, this freaking Vauxhall is blocking me. I may even lose this race because of all the blocks I received. Come on. I may have a chance here. Okay. Okay. For a second I thought I was going in between the two opponents. But no. There you go. That's a win. That's a win. And bam. And by the way, almost a 131 flat. All right, time to give the car the first upgrades, and again, I will go for all 3 weight stage reductions, racing flywheel, and triple plate clutch. I'm gonna go only for those upgrades, and see what the car is able to do with those upgrades. So let's go to the Honda dealership, tune the car, and start reducing the weight, which it's already light, the car, and now it will be even more light. And as for the drivetrain, no, I don't want to go for the gearbox. The gearbox will actually be the final upgrade I'm gonna give the car. I'm gonna give to the car. I don't wanna, as always, I don't wanna buy the gearbox. I don't wanna buy the fully customized gearbox because, you know, I know how to tune the car, and that will break the game entirely. So I don't wanna go for that. Until the late game, I don't wanna go for the fully customized gearbox until late game. And late game will arrive once I complete the internationals. Actually, as first event after these upgrades, I actually want to try the 3rd event of the Japanese nationals here at Midfield. I think it will be a pretty nice test to check if the car is good. For those kinds of events. If I manage to win, it will be able to win quite a lot of events. But it's not guaranteed that it will be able to win all events of the same amount of horsepower. Of the same amount of max horsepower allowed. Okay, notice I can do this turn at a way higher speed. Slightly way higher. Not much, but still, a few kilometers per hour more is always better. Actually, I'm being faster than them. Wait, I'm actually faster than them, except for, with the only exception being the Supra in front of me. I have to take into account that I was on a slipstream, so I was having that extra acceleration. That counts. Yeah, I guess the only problem will be this Supra, which I didn't manage to overtake, and it will be problematic for a second lap, because now it goes away, and since it goes away, The gap increases and I have to play perfectly. Yep. Oh, look at the distance, look at the distance. Actually, the R34 is recovering me a bit. Not a great turn. Not a great turn, if you ask me. No, no, don't. It hurts. It really does. No, are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Hey yo, why are you blocking me? Alright. I have a chance. I have a chance. There you go. I just need to block as much as possible. If I manage to, it will be a win. But there is the fair lane. No, I lost the race actually. I lost the race. I can't block everyone. I can't block everyone. I can't block everyone. I can't. I lost. Dang! Ah! Blocking two opponents at the same time. I could have stayed in between them and probably the eye wouldn't have overtaken me. Probably the eye wouldn't have overtaken me. Okay, I can retry. I can retry. But since I lost, you know what happens whenever I lose? That's right, everyone. That's right. The Cubester appears. The Cubester actually appears. To remind me that I suck at playing this game. I should play better. And by the way, why is it so... No, why is it so small? Why is it so small, the Cubester? Let me make it a bit bigger. To remind me that I suck at this game. I shall do better. And that's pretty much about it. Again, I mean, if it weren't for the fact that I didn't manage to overtake the Supra on the hairpin on lap 1, if it wasn't for that fact, I could have won. I could have actually won. Oh well, I can retry. And possibly get another Cubester. Who knows? Who knows? I see there is an NSX. And by the way, all because of a 300ZX. All because of a 300ZX that was going so fast. Oh, poor RX-7. Poor RX-7 FD. And not only because of the 300ZX, but also the Subaru that blocked me mid race, preventing me from doing the turns I wanted to do. This time I'm not gonna do the same mistake of before. Stay behind me. No, stay behind me. Stay behind me. Stay behind me. Stay behind me. I beg you. The R34 doesn't have a lot of acceleration. Who cares? The 300ZX don't care. No, stay behind me, you monster. You monster, stay behind me. I have a chance. I have a chance. I just need to overtake here. Do the airpin correctly. And it should be over. As long as the 300ZX stays far away from the opponents. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? You actually went for the inside. Ah. Shoot. Well, shoot. I lost. Again. I lost with 300ZX. Alright, the car is still not ready for these events. It's not ready for these events yet. Well, shit. I mean, it can do it. It can do it, 100%, but... And by the way, another Cubester appears because I got another loss. And the streak increases. But again, I can try again. I can try again, or let me think. Let me think. $345. 340. No, the British National is actually harder. The US National is 394. I can retry. No, I just have to retry. But I have to stay on the inside. No, it was actually my fault for thinking that the AI wouldn't have taken the inside for trying the overtake. The AI is quite a lot aggressive in the early game. When it comes to overtakes, it's quite a lot aggressive. And the best example is the Wagon Cup. Or as I call it, the Karen Cup. Might make another Cubester later. Yep. Why? Slipstream. Dirty air, whatever. Impreza. The Impreza is a fierce opponent. Actually, I heard that like it tends to cheat that Impreza, but from my experience that doesn't happen. Pretty much. Again, from my experience. But maybe that will change in this race. Who knows? Who knows? There you go. I'm in front of him. Gonna stay here. Then wide. Then go wide. And then start blocking by staying here to prevent the AI from going to the right. The NSX arrives fast. Let me block the NSX, which will give me some extra speed. The Impreza overtakes. Big chance, actually. Unless everyone overtakes. And, oh well. What the fuck was that? 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 What the heck was that? Did you oh, okay. Okay, I guess. Okay. Oh no, fine. Alright, let's not make the mistake of the previous race. I'm gonna stay here. Do the turn like this. And now it's all about blocking two cars at the same time. Problem being... exactly that. I have to block two cars at the same time, and there's a big straight in front of me. I did it. Boom! Got the win. Okay, got the win. Alright, the cube stars go away, pleased of my performance. Right now. Pleased of my performance, and there you go. But, hey yo, what was that? That thing between the NSX and the 300ZX. Like, I know it can happen that two cars clip to each other a bit, and that generates what sometimes I call the slingshot, because it gives that effect, especially when it comes to when you hamburger an opponent on a wall. Okay, because it's if done well, it slingshots you a lot, giving you a lot of extra speed. But I've never seen like a full clip. I've never seen a full clip. Never seen a full clip. Alright, I guess that I had a bit of trouble here in the Japanese National Championships. Either I think this time I need to increase the horsepower. I mean, running with 154 horsepower isn't fantastic. Most of the time, like, you're fine for the mid game. You're fine with 190, so 200. Typically, you're fine with 200, even slightly less. The car is actually actually I can do it without. I can actually do it without increasing the horsepower, and the only thing is super soft tires. The solution is super soft tires. Actually, it's the only thing. Yeah, super soft tires. By the way, yes, I am trying the final event of the American Nationals against the Shelby Series 1, the strongest opponent you can ever face in this event, starting first place. Like, the game is straight up telling me, hey, why did you went for this event? Why did you go for this? Why did you go for this event? Like, why? Just you're asking to be punished. You're literally asking for it. And probably the game is right. Just realized you don't have the minimap. Yeah, I don't have the minimap. As I said, I don't like having it. Plus, I don't want to know where my opponents are. which just makes me think that I have to be good to play really good in every single lap I do. And second, it may give me quite a lot of surprises not having the minimap. It happened in the past that I wasn't looking too much at what my opponents were doing behind me, and I got jump scared by opponents that were so fast. They they made me spin because I wasn't prepared to. Thank you. Ooh, great. Ooh, look at that Grand Corvette arriving out of nowhere. Thank you. Thank you. I need to block the Shelby. I prefer blocking the Shelby rather than the Corvette, but it seems that the Corvette doesn't even want to overtake me. I guess I was in a nice position. Fine. Don't try. Don't even try, Corvette. And, should... As long as I manage to block successfully here, they're gonna screw the corkscrew. As mentioned. But I screwed the turn after. Just a bit. No, it will not. No, I will not try that. No, it will not try that. Okay, it didn't. Made a slight mistake. That Shelby, and I have the win. I don't even have to block, right? No, I have to block actually. There you go, win. Oof, 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 oof. Did it. Did it. Did it. Alright, I guess I'm gonna actually try... At this point, I think I'm gonna try... the British Nationals. The second event. And then, I think I'm gonna call it a day. For today. It won't be easy, as I'm gonna face Trevor. I'm gonna face some Trevors. Most likely. Most likely I'm gonna face Trevor. And Trevors are so fast. Every single time I encounter them. Motorsport at least. Even worse than Trevor. A fate even worse than the TVR. Oh, and by the way, Vauxhall. By the way, Vauxhall. Interesting how the Vauxhall appears both in the German and the British nationals. Great. Oh, thanks for the slight slingshot, TVR. Thank you. And now that Lotus Elise. And now it's time for catching the Elise. And I'll be able to catch it the next turn. I need to slipstream. Give me the slipstream. Just a little bit. There you go. I'm in the lead. I don't think I'm gonna stay in the lead for quite a bit. I guess. Why you turn off the map? Is it distracting you? Again, it's still... it's just because I prefer having that angle of the screen clear. Plus, I don't want to see where the opponents are. So it induces me to look behind me. So it induces to distract me from what I have in front of me. So it makes the game a bit harder for me. Where I have to be constantly playing well and constantly being aware of what I do in the race. And it makes me tend to look more frequently behind me and actually see what my opponents are doing, which helps me in blocking more efficiently whenever I need. The minimap doesn't help me in understanding how far away the opponents are, by the way. And I may misjudge the distance. Yeah, okay, I can have the minimap and look behind me at the same time. But we're not good at multitasking. Trust me. We humans aren't good at multitasking. And by the way, do I see Trevor trying to steal the victory from both the Elyses and me? Nah. From the Elyses, maybe. From me, absolutely not. And there you go. Oh, by the way, it lost against the Elyses. No, only against the Elyse 190. The Motorsport Elyse lost. Lol. Lol. Alright, everyone. I guess that for today I'm gonna end the stream. I know that typically like I don't stream for this little amount of time. Typically I go for 3 hours of stream, but today I have to end it a bit earlier. But in any case, even though I played for a little bit less than usual, still managed to almost complete the early game by completing the British Nationals and the German by doing everything except the final events of the British Nationals and the German Nationals. And by the way, as for the special events, well, I still have to do the rest, like the second event of the FF Challenge and maybe even the third event of the FF Challenge, plus other events that are in that range of max horsepower allowed, especially the 80 Sports Car Cup second and third event. I don't think I'm gonna go for the fourth and fifth, as they're not easy. They're not easy. They're not easy given the car's state that is in this moment of the run. But again, this car already managed to get some pretty good wins, with just 2 losses in the third event of the Japanese Nationals, which, well, both were my fault. But in one, I couldn't do anything about it. In the second one, it could have been avoided. So yeah, everyone. Next time, I'm gonna continue this run. Which again, it will be insane, especially in the late game. It will be pretty insane in the late game, especially. I can already feel the rage that I'm gonna have. I can already feel it. But that will be for the next time. So yeah, that's the end for today, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the beginning of season 9 of beating Gran Turismo 2 with a single car. I'm gonna remind you that if you'd like to see the previous seasons of beating Gran Turismo 2 with a single car, I made the playlist of every run I did. You can easily find them on my channel. On my channel's page, just scroll a bit down and you're gonna find them in order. I hope they're in order. And otherwise, just search for beating Gran Turismo 2 with a single car, and probably you're gonna find them in the first pages. I don't know. I never actually tried to search for my videos or my playlists, so I don't know if they actually appear if you do that research or something close to it. But in any case, if you're interested, you can look at my channel or just check the challenge I do. Just search it up and you're gonna find them. By the way, I hope you look forward for the next streams, which they will be the continuation of this run and the Gran Turismo 4 run that I'm doing, which again, it's the first time I am playing Gran Turismo 4, so it is a first time experience for me with the Spec 2 mod. So technically, it's not a true experience, but still a pretty nice experience so far. And once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and see you all next time. Bye bye, everyone.